Partner seeking open relationship. So my 23M girlfriend, 22F, and I have been dating for 3 years and it's been great. We get along no issues. We both have video games as a shared hobby and spending time with her is just the light of my day. I really think she's the one. Now here's my problem. Sexually we've been pretty adventurous, trying a lot of different things. Basically one of us would pitch the idea, we'd talk about how we would give it a shot and set a date. Last week she approached me about trying an open relationship or try another man or woman in the bed and one of us would watch. I feel like I'm an open-minded person, but the thought of watching her with someone else or saying goodbye to her knowing she's going over to another guy's place just really hurt my chest. She seemed really excited on the idea, so I said I'd think it over, and she was already looking disappointed at me not giving an immediate, okay. I want her to be happy and she's been accepting of all the kinks I've brought forward, so it feels like I'm cheating her of hers. I pretty much have until Wednesday, and talking to a friend of mine didn't help me feel much better about the situation. So here I am. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for reading. And #X200B. Too long, did not read. Girlfriend wants to try having a third person, seeing other people. I don't like her seeing other men and do not want to see other women. Throwaway because she follows my main. If the idea of it already hurts you, don't go through with it. You are not obliged to or owe it to her. Everyone has their boundaries and limits, stick to yours. Plenty of Reddit posts on here about this exact thing, ending a relationship. It's perfectly okay to not be okay with this. If my relationship ended because I said no, it'd be a hell of a lot better than if it ended because I said yes. So this is your boundary. It's okay to be adventurous and have a line you do not cross in the relationship. This is obviously yours. Be blunt and honest and tell her the truth. This specific activity is not something you're into and not something that excites you, actually the opposite. You don't want to say no. It's not on the table. Monogamy is what you signed up for, right? If it doesn't feel right in your gut, don't do it. Don't do it and don't feel bad about it. From the way you talk about her, she seems like a great partner and she will likely understand that your discomfort makes this a no-go. Maybe even open the conversation with how you feel bad about turning down something she wants, but bringing another person into the bedroom isn't something you want. If there is something else she wants to try, maybe bring that into the discussion as well. Open relationship isn't a kink. It's a lifestyle. WTF. If you aren't comfortable, don't do it. It's that simple. If she pushes it, you're just incompatible, and you should move on to someone who is more compatible. The love you feel for her will soon turn to resentment if you go down this path. Just look at the countless other posts where it destroys the relationship. Be smart. Think with your fucking brain. Just tell her no. It's a boundary for you. You don't want to share her. It's perfectly reasonable. If she argues after you say no, I'd reconsider the relationship. My 24 female husband, 25 male, won't stop grabbing my boobs and making cartoon awooga sounds. Hi all. I'm at a bit of a loss here and I need some help. As said in the title, my husband won't stop grabbing my boobs and making a big deal out of seeing them, like, at all. When I'm walking around the house cleaning or doing literally anything, he comes up to me and takes a boob in each hand while trying to suppress laughter regardless of what I'm wearing or if I've got a bra on or not. Every time I get dressed, get out of the shower, or literally any situation in which he sees my chest, he does the same comedy skit of dropping his mouth open and going, ah, or, awooga, while mock drooling and sometimes making grabby hands like some kind of stupid teen boy in an adult cartoon. I've talked to him on 2 separate occasions over the past few months about how I understand that he thinks I'm attractive, but that doesn't make me feel attractive. It makes me feel like the punchline to a joke. I've told him that I don't mind it sometimes, but to have it happen literally every time is upsetting. He then apologizes and it stops for a couple of days before it's back to how it was. He doesn't do it in public or in front of people, but he still does it all the time, and he does it at really inappropriate moments. For example, we were having a serious talk in which I was crying because I was so stressed and have been shouldering most of the responsibility in a certain aspect of our relationship. He was comforting me and said that everything would work out and that he felt bad he couldn't help me with handling it, and then as I'm wiping my tears and saying that it was okay, I would figure it out, he grabs my tits. When we're in bed winding down for the night or cuddling, I get a grab and he makes the face. I'm cleaning the kitchen, walks up behind me with a grab and the face. I'm working on school stuff, grab and face. I am just at the end of my rope with this. He's perfect in every other aspect of our relationship. I just do not know how to get him to understand that I am going crazy and it's kind of tanking my self-esteem to have my body be treated as a joke 5 to 10 times a day, every day. I need advice. I don't know what of, but I need it. Whether it be how to get my point across in conversation, how to handle it in the moment, anything. I'll take it. He does understand. He just doesn't care. I hate this. Don't tell me it's nothing and don't say I have no sense of humor. It is no longer funny. It stops here. If you do this even one more time, we are through. Yes, it is that serious. This makes me feel disrespected and it makes me feel you don't really care about my feelings. Got it? This stops here. No discussion, no excuses, no exceptions. And yes, that was a threat of divorce. Are we clear? Good. I still love you, and my breasts are not out of bounds in a proper romantic or sexual context. But I'm not a whoopee cushion. Every time he does this, grab his junk and make the sad womp womp sound while laughing. I know that sounds childish, but he probably doesn't realize how much he is doing it. Are you serious? Is he 12? Tell him it's not funny and you fucking hate it. Tell him he needs to grow the fuck up because he's not a teenage boy seeing boobs for the first time. It's inappropriate and it's making you feel like he isn't taking you serious. Honestly, if I were you, I'd yell. If he does it again, shout at him, I told you to stop. If he does it again after that, I'd honestly kick him out because he's not listening. I wouldn't let him touch me until he gets that I don't like my body treated that way. But that's just me and IDK if it'll help. This dude is weird. If he was perfect in every other aspect, you wouldn't have been crying in the first place. It's your body. The minute he comes towards you with that childish ass behavior, smack him. His hands, I mean. That'll cut it out quick. He keeps doing it because you have demonstrated there will be no consequences. You need to start giving consequences, whether that be a smack in the dick or divorce. I, 31F, found a girly hair clip and my boyfriend, 37M, got into a fight with me about it. It seems silly, but I went to get a razor out of a shower I never use, maybe twice in the 5 years I've been with my BF, and see a pink hair clip I know for a fact is not mine. We are getting ready for bed and I ask him what is that clip doing in there. We get in a fight going back and forth. Me saying it's not mine and it wasn't there the last time I used that shower. Him saying he never noticed it and when did he have time to cheat on me anyways. I reply I was away for over a week about a month ago. He just gets really angry and asks if I seriously think he cheated and I just say I'm not saying anything. We go to bed and say nothing to each other. Obviously we are both upset. Yes, I was angry. Part of me thinks he would never cheat on me. Then the other part thinks, well, why the fuck was that clip in there? We haven't had any females stay at our house for almost a year. So if it really was from a year ago, he just never noticed it there? That seems unlikely. I'm having a hard time completely calming myself down. I mean, it's a fucking hair clip, but still, it isn't mine. Advice? Edit. A couple of clarifications. I use a men's razor, so there would be no leaving it there as a clue. Also, I live with him and it is very obvious. Any girl coming over here would know. Second, his first reaction was to laugh and I was upset and not letting up, then he got angry. Third, other than that week I am literally home all the time. I do online classes and have definitely not been going out or doing anything much without him since COVID. Also, when I was gone, his guy friend who is married stayed at our house since he had jobs up in our area. I can't imagine his friend being okay with my boyfriend cheating around him. Fourth, we share locations on our phone. I know his work schedule and he knows I check his location regularly. He is horrible about telling me when he's off work and he has a long commute and I am a worrywart. Fifth, he is completely oblivious. The more I thought about it, the more I know that clip could have been in there since his sister and niece stayed with us last February. He is the type to not know where he puts anything and never once has an "oh, I've seen that in this place so it must still be there" moment. I still don't know what to think completely. I do trust him, but his reaction really threw me off. You know she left it there on purpose. She's doing you a favor. No, it is not silly. Unless he into cross-dressing, he hooked up with someone in your home bed while you were away for a week. If his first reaction was to demand to know when he had time to cheat, he cheated. You know it, he knows it, we all know it. Time to dump him. Getting defensive that fast screams suspicious to me. If it ain't yours and it's not his, then it's some other woman's. I doubt you've missed seeing a hair clip after 5 years together. Trust your gut. Trust your guts. Girl, I had the same issue with an ex. 2 blonde bobby pins would mysteriously appear in his room every week. In the bed, in the bathroom, etc. His excuse, well, we have people over. David has long hair, they must be his. What's more likely to be true? 1. That you actually used that bathroom recently, forgot about that, had a pink hairclip that you don't recall purchasing, and left said hairclip in the shower. 2. That the hairclip has been in the bathroom for months, placed there by you, and he has never moved it. 3. That the pink clip belongs to someone else who used the bathroom recently and in your absence. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the truth. Lol, he definitely cheated on you. Classic, I don't know where that came from, move. My, 18F, boyfriend, 19M, thinks I'm sleeping with my brother, 21M. My boyfriend of almost a year thinks I'm having sexual relations with my brother. Yesterday we were on a video call and he claims to have seen a hand that wasn't mine. Boyfriend also thinks I masturbate and have sex with my brother while I'm on call with him and also when I'm at home. None of this is true. IDK, how to convince him otherwise, please help. Your boyfriend has seen way too much porn to believe that. Your chance of convincing him otherwise is not high. Besides, why do you want to date someone who would think such a thing of you? What the fuck? Time to be single. This dude is nuts. Get rid of him. Why would you want to convince him? If my boyfriend was saying that and his only evidence was he thought he saw someone's hand, I'd call him disturbed, send the messages to his parents and block him. Why would you even bother trying to convince him? Just dump him. If this is the case, then your boyfriend has some serious mental issues going on that you are not going to be able to fix. I suggest you dump him and find someone whose mind isn't permanently in the gutter or living in a sick porn world. Tell him to fuck off. He obviously has some sick incest fantasy he wants to participate in with you and your brother. I don't get these posts. My boyfriend thinks I'm engaging in incest. How do I fix the relationship? What? You don't. You instantly dump the weirdo, who is probably projecting his own sick proclivities. How is this not immediately apparent?